Today we discuss about the implications of database approach. So here we have some few additional implications of using the database that benefits most of the organization. The first one is potential for enforcing standardization. Potential for enforcing standards. Here, the database approach permits the database administrator, in short we call it as DBA, to define and enforce standards among database users in a large organization. This facilitates communication and cooperation among various departments, projects, and users within the organization. How it will facilitates the communication and cooperation among the various type of users is that it helps to define the standards. Okay, that like means standards can be defined for names and formats of data elements, display format, report structures, terminologies, and so on. Okay, say the name of the table or the relation should be in the capital letter. Okay, and the name should always relevant to the data what is stored in that table. Say for example, the table will be consisting of the student data, but it should not be given the name customer. Yes or no? Because in the student there will be a column called name, USN, okay, date of birth, semester, like that. So USN, semester, it all implies to the student. For that student relation, we cannot put the name customer. That will be wrong. Okay, that and all will be defined under the standards. Hope it is clear. The DBA can enforce standards in centralized database environment more easily than an environment where each user group has control of its own data, files and software. So it is easy for the DBA to have a centralized, to enforce the standards for the centralized database instead of the database handled by or controlled by the individual users. That is about potential for enforcing standards. Next, we have another implications called reduced application development time. Okay, this is one of the main important thing about the database applications. Reduced application development time. Obviously, when the database application is developed from the scratch or the database system is developed from the scratch, it takes much time compared to our other traditional file system. Okay, when it developed from the or implemented from the scratch, it consumes time. Okay, but once the database is ready, okay, then it will be easy to work on it. Okay, the retrieval of data, okay, and printing the report, okay, new report, retrieval of data for printing the new report, okay, it all takes little time. Okay, once it is developed and it is developed in full-fledged, okay, accessing the data, putting the data, managing the database will be very very easy. Okay, only it then on once the DBMS is completely ready, okay, it is very easy to develop the application on top of it. Okay, that is application development time. Next we have the flexibility. So what is flexibility? It may be necessary to change the structure of the database as requirement changes. Yes or no? Say for example, VTube. Okay, so before we had 2006 scheme, then 2010 scheme came, 2000 in middle 2014 scheme came, then 15 suddenly 2015 scheme came, then we have 2017 scheme. Now currently we have 2018 scheme. So here day by day the requirement is changing. Yes or no? Then as the scheme is changing, the subject is also the subjects or the syllabus of the subjects is also getting changed. Yes or no? Okay, you agree with me? So whatever the 2017 scheme was there, some of the subjects are varied in 2018 because it is the current subjects are kept relevant to the current trends, technologies. Okay, so that is the flexibility. So here in DBMS, that is the requirement change. Here in the DBMS, we have the database system or database approach. We have the flexibility as and when the structure of the database need to be changed according to the requirement change. It can be done. Okay, it can be done. That is about the flexibility. Okay, so the change of structure of the database as requirement change, that can be easily done using the database approach. That is about the flexibility. Hope you understood. Okay, before and all we had percentage system. Yes or no? You were super seniors and all. They had the percentage system. Now your is the CBCS scheme. Yes or no? CBCS scheme, we have a grading system. So the result should be given in terms of the grading. So that are the requirement change. So when that requirement changes, automatically the DBMS able to change the structure of the database. Okay, it should support the change of the structure of the database. It should not that we have to develop the DBMS from the scratch for every requirement change. Okay, that is not there. It is very flexible. Then availability of up to date information. Okay, availability of up to date information, that is a DBMS makes the database available to all users. Yes or no? As soon as one user's update is applied to the database, all other users can immediately see this update. This availability of up-to-date information is essential for many transaction processing applications such as reservation system or banking database, or it is made possible by the concurrency control and recovery subsystem of the DBMS. Okay, so for example, banking system or reservation system, everything should be in the up to date. Yes or no? Because they are real time applications. So reservation system, it should show the up to date seats available. Yes or no? 2 days back seats if it is showing, today I am booking. Okay, then I will be getting the wrong information. So the database should always, okay, have the updated data. Okay, that is made possible in the database approach. Then economy of scale. Economy of scale is here. The DBMS approach permits consolidation of data and application. Okay, thus reducing the amount of wasteful overlap between the activities of data processing personnel in different projects or departments, as well as the redundancies among the application. Yes or no? One of the main advantages is that we can control the redundancy. So once the redundancy is controlled, so many other things are also controlled. That memory usage, then duplication of effort, inconsistency, all this is automatically vanished. Yes or no? Okay. So economy of scale. That means what? This enables the whole organization to invest in more powerful processors, storage devices, or network gear, okay, rather than having each department purchase its own equipment. Okay, this reduces overall operation and management. So that means what here? It is a centralized database. Okay, centralized database, and it have a control redundancy characteristics. Okay, so instead of wasting their time in other duplication of effort or working on inconsistency, they can put their money and the time on developing their or improving their infrastructure. Okay, that is about the economy of scale. So these are the implication of database approach. Potential for enforcing standards, reduced application development time, flexibility, availability of up-to-date information, economics of scale. Okay. So now let us see, this many days we were seeing the prawns, okay, of the database, okay, or the DBMS. So what are some of the things we should be keeping in our mind, that when we should not use DBMS. Okay, in all the fields and in all the situation we cannot use DBMS. In some cases the file system will be suitable. So which situations the file system are suitable, which situations the DBMS are suitable, that is most important to know. Okay, so main cost of using the DBMS. Okay, main cost of using the, or the overhead cost of using the DBMS are due to this following. Okay, following, that is high initial investment in hardware, software and training. The generality, okay, generality that the DBMS provides for defining and processing data, overhead for providing security, concurrency control, recovery and integrity functions. Okay, these are the some overhead cost. Okay, overhead cost when we are going for the DBMS. The next is, we can just say it as a disadvantage or cons. Okay, so when our DBMS may not be unnecessary. Okay, so here due to this cost thing, okay, due to this cost of using DBMS, it may be more desirable to develop customized database application, okay, under some circumference, okay, circumstance like simple well defined database application that are not expected to change at all. Okay, so when a DBMS may be unnecessary, that if the database and applications are simple. Okay, database and applications are simple. That is, you can maintain the data in single Excel sheet. Okay, Excel sheet. You can manage with the Excel sheet. Then you can go for Excel sheet. Then that time you don't no need to go for a big database, and to manage that database you no need to go for a DBMS system software. Okay, and another situation or another circumstance is that stringent real-time requirements for some application program that may not be met because of DBMS overhead. Okay. Another circumstance may be embedded systems with limited storage capacity. Okay. Embedded system with limited storage capacity, where a general purpose DBMS would not fit. In that case also, you may not use the DBMS. And no multiple user access of data. Okay, if there is no multiple user access, okay, is not required, multiple user access is not required for the data, then you can just avoid using the DBMS concept. Okay, so these are the some thing that we have to, situations or a circumstance where we will not be using the DBMS. This is all about that, this chapter.